Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, first things first, I hope everybody's killing it. Lovely start to the week. Hope everybody's having that. All right, now I understand we have actually done pretty much nothing all day. We have gone absolutely nowhere, and we've had this like $2 of range here, $2.50 here on QQQ. I do think the next move is loading. I'm not going to say which direction I think that's going to be. I'm just going to point out what I'm seeing on the chart. All right. So first thing I'm going to point out is here on the hourly time frame, you clear as they do have this bearish divergence going on over here, but then you also have this break and retest going on. You very clearly are having buyers step up right where they got to step up. All right. They're also respecting this uptrend. So what I am going to tell you, I don't know where this goes from here, but I am going to tell you, if you crack this trend line, this uptrend right here, you crack it, you get a 15-minute close underneath it that could start a larger move down. And where would be looking on that move down? Where will it be? All right. Well, you crack this trend line. I think we're going to come immediately to 440.50. All right. Over there and underneath there, you're looking at 439.01. I don't know, considering the large move we've had here, if you are going to have something that completely unwinds this price action and then you really have room, okay, you're going to have a lot more people getting bearish on this move down, and that would provide you liquidity for the move back up. All right, guys, things don't go straight up. They don't go straight down. So we can go straight up from here because they're still not looking too bad. But I am much more inclined to believe that this is going to be the path that we go, so we can sweep these previous highs over here, get some liquidity, and continue higher. I honestly think this is, the likely path here. That's what I'm looking at. It's the same thing I was looking at to start off the week in the weekly update. I said Monday and Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if we have that down day. If we do get those down days, we're looking, for bulls to also have their chance going into the end of the week. Guess what? All right, you're still doing absolutely nothing. So don't expect much on Mondays. It's just not a big day. It's not. Come over here to SPY. We have a very similar look going on over here on the hourly RSI. You have this bearish divergence going on. You actually have a triple bearish divergence. Now, you are also finding buyers above a previous supply zone. So now it's the demand zone. But guys, like, as long as you're, holding this zone, you don't really have anything to be too bearish on over here. But if we do start to turn down, you see right here, loss, 519.50, 519.48 is the level that I'll be paying attention to. That's the high of this candlestick right there. If you see that lost, I think you're probably going to have a quick spill down here. And then I think it is completely on the table to come all the way down to 510.75. I'm not saying this is going to be the case, considering we are right next to all-time highs. So I'm going to give these as my two scenarios forward. You go in there, or you're going to come down here, and then you're going there. You come over here to QQQ. All right? We got the same exact two paths. All right? You're going there, or you're going to pull back. People are going to get real bearish again. I don't know if it happens right here or if it happens down here. One of these spots, you're very likely going to get buyers stepping in, and then you go up to a new high. Why do I say that? Guys, we are so freaking flip-floppity freaking close to this high right now. There is absolutely no reason to turn down from here and not run back up to the high. Over here in SPY, you are within $2 of your previous all-time high. Honestly, okay, I do think this is the more likely scenario, but I will not be surprised in the slightest if we just continue like this slow grind higher. All right, what if we get a gap up tomorrow? Speaking of tomorrow, guys, we are going to have PPI data coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we also do have CPI data coming out on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not really sure why those are flipped around this time around. I'm very positive that normally it's PPI first, then CPI, and then PCE is the last one to go out of those guys. All right. Well, you also have PMI data that comes out, but regardless, PPI normally comes after the CPI data. It's not that way this time. Now we have it reversed. Does anybody know why that is? Because I have no idea. Please let me know in the comments, please. All right. Regardless, we have that big data. The market is very clearly just waiting on it. Like, you have this hourly hammer that printed off of this zone, because that is not, the most bearish thing. But now what if you fade that hourly candlestick? Okay, that is a bearish thing. That means anybody who went long here in this demand zone, you're now underwater and you're probably just going to slice on through it. Okay, you come right down here, you're probably starting this move down. All right, so get rid of this candlestick right here. You fade that thing. That's kind of a signal that, yeah, you're going to follow this path. All right. Not too much to talk about today, guys. Why? Because we covered everything in the weekly update, and we really have not moved from where we were talking about in the weekly update. All right. We have done a whole lot of nothing. IWM, you started the day off there. You've fallen 75 cents. What do you want me to say? Okay. So you got that going on here. IWM, let's just look at the hourly time frame. Still just, you know, a steady, slow grind here, just like SPY and QQQ. Now, what do you have, though? You have this uptrend, guys. All of these things, QQQ, SPY, all right, which already started. It already cracked that uptrend. So that's something to know. All right. I told the Discord that is what I'll be paying attention to. That could, you know, could be your signal that, you know, you are getting a larger pullback. It's starting. Okay. That's a warning sign. Guess what? IWM also has that uptrend. So if you come down here and you do not find buyers down here, okay, if you come down to 203.89, that'll align with that uptrend. You're coming right down there. You would get a wick right here. Okay, if you do not find buyers there, then you're looking for that to fade all the way down here, right? You know, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, that's actually not a lot of movement. Okay, like I said, you've been trading flat. You don't have a lot of volatility going on right now. Now, if you ask why we don't have a lot of volatility going on, it's because VIX is so low. You guys remember this little path that we drew last week? You guys also remember the little pattern I told you guys about? We have a 1, we have a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8. All right, we have an 8. 8 times. 8 times your RSI has gotten down to where it is. You will do this. You put in your divergence, okay? And then you go, like, you know, you start getting a pop, and then you go down to new low, you put in your divergence, and then you can climb. Until that happens, there's no reason to look for a big move down over on it. Like, we're not looking for bears to win right now. We're not. Because of this. I told you guys. All right. Do you see where this arrow is? Okay. I think we started this on Thursday. I believe that was when I made this video and told you guys about it. Over on Thursday. Guess what? We started getting the pop. Why? Because this RSI got to the same spot. It happens every other time. That's where you start getting the VIX buyers. I understand there's no VIX buyers, but, you know, you could do TA and the VIX. All right. You cracked your hourly downtrend. Okay. That is what I was watching for, to start a larger VIX move, maybe up to the uptrend, or not the uptrend, the larger downtrend here on the daily time frame. All right. And then maybe you get slapped down, slapped silly, and boom, new low. People are like, oh, no, whoa, crazy. New bull market. Whoa, we're back, silly bears. Okay. And then when everyone's down here, the bulls are gloating and stuff like that. Then we're looking for VIX to turn up. And then maybe we get that larger pullback. But guess what, guys? That's not in the cards. To me right now, that's not in the cards. Just not what I'm seeing. All right. So there's that. Now, get into some individual tickers. We could take a look at DIA real quick as well. DIA is doing a break and retest off this level, and this is why I'm saying, guys, things aren't looking, you know, the most bearish right now. They really aren't. Notice how all three of these paths, they lead up. All right, well, you know, I didn't even account for this. What if you break and retest off the level and then you just go up to that level? You got 4 paths, they're all bullish. That's that. Okay. Trying to say, I understand these paths really no, but we don't trade DIA, right? I'm pretty sure I was just trying to make my point during my video that hey, every scenario coming out of this is going to be bullish. Okay, but realistically, to me, you go in here, you go in here. Those are the 2 paths I'm seeing over here on DIA. All right, now let's talk about some setups. First things first, CELH, guys. CELH is something that is continuing to pop off, and I don't know what happens from here. I really don't know. But it looks like you're hitting it with the break and retest over this level, and it looks like if you take out this high again, you're coming up here. All right, that's realistically what I'm seeing right now. Now in the daily time frame, why do I have the alert there? If you start undercutting it, guys, we're probably going to put in another one of these, and then we really do get what we spoke about here in the weekly update. This is, you know, definitely top watch going into this week. I'm looking to buy down here. I'm looking to buy down here. That's what I want. I want the May 31st expiration calls if we're on that pullback. I think it is possible. I don't think it has to happen, but we could be, you know, rolling over a little for a little while here for that pullback and then just coming down here, right? We didn't end up getting that. All right. You got a straight squeeze off the open, just like what typically happens over here in CELH. All right. The good things over here. Good things. Right there. 1, we have a 2, we have a 3. All right. And now you look like you're flagging a little bit. So there's that. All right. So watch it. Coin. All right, now coin is one that is right here at support. You do have this hourly triple bullish divergence, okay? And I'm just going to point out some common themes here. When you are down here, yes, you can start a massive unwinding. We can, okay, we can. I don't think that's going to be the case just because the bullish structure that I see. All right, I think this thing is shaping up in a rather bullish manner. It's consolidating in a bullish manner, all right? There's no denying it. This thing looks like, you know, it's probably going to come down here. It could come down here. I'm not going to say probably because of what I'm pointing out right here. All right, I started, you know, I'm looking, all right, started right here, end position right here. You're looking for a move up there, okay? That's really what I'm looking for. So either you're going to go like that or you're going to go like that. Maybe get a wick down here and then go like that. That's realistically what I'm looking for, but you do have this bullish divergence, and I will just point out, all right, this was the last bullish divergence to be put in, and then you had a ride. You had a ripperoonie from there, right? This is a $20 move. What if you get a $20 move here? That'll be pretty freaking insane. It would bring you right up to this trend line. From there, I don't know what happens, all right? From there, we're going to have to take it over to Mr. Bit of the Coin. A bit of the coin, guys. Bit of the coin. There's a break and retest going on off of this downsloping channel, and you have your uptrend sitting right below it. So I do think downside is limited over here on, you know, Bitcoin over here. I think you're probably going to be running up to this high right here and then taking out that guy. All right, and if that's going to be the case, then Mars going to have a good time. By the way, break and retest setup going down right here. If you can wait for that golden pocket to be hit. Yeah. All right, wait for the golden pocket to be hit. That's all the better, right? But coin, I think is this is where the setup right now. This is where the setup is at. Okay, so that is that, and then Meta did not end up coming up to that trend line, guys. But that is your short area right there, the short zone. Okay, the bottom of the previous trading range that you had for a very long time. Okay, like 2 months there. Probably going to get sellers stepping in there. You got them selling. You already had them stepping in. I want to see that trend line tapped, but there's a little short set up here. You do have this horrendous looking volume as you come right into that downtrend. That is something to note. Okay, snow. This one, guys, it wants to explode. I just don't know when it's going to happen, but it wants to have a big move. I'm telling you guys, it's going to have a big move. I really don't know when it's going to happen, because it just keeps getting slapped down. This is the neckline of this inverse head and shoulder. It just keeps getting slapped down, slapped silly. So you got to get above here. Got to get above 165.89. And once you're above there, you break out from this base. And that is going to be looking real good. What's Carvana looking? Look at that guy. Look at that guy. I think that is pretty much it. I'll point out Baba. All right. Baba, if you guys did end up taking the break and retest entry right over here, we're pointing this out as it was literally happening. As it was on this day right here, we pointed out this was the spot we were paying attention to. I personally did not. I literally forgot about it that day. But yeah, no, Baba is definitely something that looks like it is going to keep exploding and get up here to 86.92. And once you're above 86.92, the actual high I'm watching is 86.72. So I'm wrong there. Okay, wrong. Gosh darn. Once you're above there, guys, you know, you have the golden pocket to worry about, but this thing's looking for a full-on reversal, guys. It really is. And I do think it's gonna go something like this. You like that, where you come in here, come back and retest that. All right, so like here's where you try out your long. In that case, you do short-term long, okay, short-term long, and then very tight stop. All right, in this case, no tight stop. Let me go much heavier. And then let me get some time on that bad boy. All right, that's kind of, you know, my game plan over here on Baba. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm probably honestly not even going to take that if it comes. All right, but I would definitely be interested in taking that guy right there. All right, but those are your little 2 trade plans over on Mr. Baba. All right, another one we could be watching over here for the miners is CLSK. I'm not going to say this one looks good. I really think coin is going to be the setup right now. And it's not on these miners. Okay, you just crack this uptrend. I got a buddy who's obsessed with CLSK over here, and he's also obsessed with coin. I don't get it, but yeah, I will say this thing does not look good technically speaking. All right, so I really would just have the focus over here. All right, there's very clearly a setup to be played right here, whereas on the other miners, you just don't have, well, it's not even the other miners. Coin ain't a miner. Brokerage. It's a platform. Next one we will talk about is over here on Hershey. Okay, we talked about this one, the weekly update. You did have your breakout. Look like you're coming in for that 213.05 level right there, which is going to be the low of that candlestick. All right, last one that we're going to be discussing is CHME. Congrats if anybody did have calls today. You did, you know, see those things run thousands of %. So congratulations. All right, I'll hit this one for you. That was easy. There you go. I hope that someone out there made a killing. All right, I hope in this audience, I hope there's probably a lot of you that made a killing. I'm going to be honest. This channel was an AMC channel at one point when we were a little small guy. It was also a PLTR channel before the AMC channel when we were an even smaller guy. And now we're massive. And now on YouTube, I'm like the 6'4", 230-pound guy. I really am. It works. I'm kidding. I'm not that big on YouTube. I'm actually small in this space. But we're getting there, guys. We're steady growing over here in this space. Honestly, guys, we're having a jolly good time doing it. So I hope you guys do enjoy these videos. I really do enjoy making them. And yeah, guys, we have a jolly good time here on this channel. We do. Now, GME, this thing honestly looks like it could get crazy. Okay? I'm not telling you that it's going to repeat this. But I am definitely saying this thing, all right, reminded me of HKD today. I think that was the ticker. The Hong Kong ticker that, you know, did the... Yeah, it was this. AMTD Digital. That thing. That. It reminded me of this where it just kept gapping, like it just kept halting earlier, and I was like, this thing could do some things. I know people don't want GME, all right, I know people hate on GME, but if enough people want to do this, and if that's what's happening behind the scenes, then this gonna happen. All right, so hey, pull back. Honestly, it might be worth a lot of play. There's something going on over here on GME. So there's that. But if you do want to play some sympathies, all right, BYND, I do not tell anybody to play AMC, but it is up 64% today. So, you know, it is definitely running. This is the one running with GME. So this is the sympathy to that. I'm just going to say this thing really hasn't ran yet. And if those things are popping off, then this thing's probably going to pop off. You're probably going to see a swift move up here at some point. All right, so maybe they're sending them, I understand not one by one because these things are just going the same day here. But, you know, keep it on your radar. If you are, you know, feeling the FOMO of these guys, do not. Like, you could do whatever you want because maybe your FOMO will pay off. Maybe you'll just be mad at me for telling you not to FOMO. I don't know, all right? But I'm telling you guys right now, this thing, if they're going to keep running, this thing's probably going to have a day where it does some crazy things. And then you get, you know, you get a pretty big move. Not one of these moves. You get one of these moves. Okay, this is off earnings, though, so there was that. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. That is all I really wanted to put on your radar here today. If you guys do see GS start pulling back, I'm going to put my alert here because this is the next trade idea right here over on GS. All right, we played this thing on the breakout. We played this thing going into earnings. Okay. I know I took it off now, but there was an uptrend to watch here at some point. This one? Was it that one? It was not that one at all. I don't know what I was watching then. Oh, am I thinking of wrong ticker? Who's over on Schwab with me now? Why am I forgetting? What is the ticker? Ah. Aha. There, okay, I was thinking of wrong bank. Wrong bank, guys. Schwab is starting to crack this this uptrend right here. This is another trade idea for your ass. There we go. Pardon my French. This one, guys, I understand the previous breakout levels right here, but the big one that you cracked was right here. All right, so if you come down into 71.43, that's where I'm interested in. I'm not interested in buying this retest right here. All right, so Schwab over here, I think this is something that, you know, big potential down there. All right, but banking sector as a whole, I think you could start not looking bad, but you pull back and you're bullish in these pullbacks. You got this guy over here, fresh trend line crack. Okay, I think it's gonna end up being a false breakout, and then you pull back a little bit. All right, but things really aren't looking too bad. Last one I will mention is GDX over here. All right, so you did end up getting this breakout, and I think I mentioned in the weekly update, I at least put it on Twitter. Down over here, this uptrend, this is definitely where you're paying attention. This, if you see it, this is where you want it. All right, so let's put an alert on there. There you go. All right, guys, and with that being said, I hope everybody has a lovely rest of their day, and peace.